Love is in the air, do-do-do-do-do-do, love is in the air. Valentine's Day is fast approaching, so please join me for a Valentine's Day Get Ready With Me. Hi, I'm Polly G. Welcome to Fashion With Me. My channel focuses on makeup and fashion and how to always look your best and put together. I believe makeup should always be classy, not overdone, and should always complement and go well with your outfit. So today's video is going to be a Valentine's Day Get Ready With Me video. Now, Valentine's Day doesn't have to just be for couples. You can celebrate Valentine's Day with your girlfriends, your family, or just enjoy spending it by yourself. Show yourself some love this Valentine's Day by doing something special for yourself that makes you feel good. For me, doing my makeup and putting on a new outfit always does the trick. So let's get started. Now, when I do a Get Ready With Me video, I like to start by showing you the outfit that I have put together along with any accessories, and then do the makeup portion of the video where I show you the makeup look that I am wearing now that I think goes really well with the outfit. So here is a sneak peek of the outfit. And of course, all the items in this outfit are from Cabi. As you may know, I am also a Cabi stylist. If you are not familiar with Cabi and would like to learn more, I will have information in more details about Cabi listed in the description box below. So the dress that I have chosen to wear this Valentine's Day is Cabi's Gemini dress. Cabi just launched their Spring 2024 collection, and this dress is one of the items in that collection. This Gemini dress is actually two dresses in one because it can also be worn reversible. But because the print on this side has these beautiful red, pink, and black colors in it, I think wearing it this way is perfect for Valentine's Day. This dress is made with a light mesh material, and because it's still wintry cold where I live, I'm going to warm it up a bit by pairing it with Cabi's black velvet blazer. This blazer is from a few seasons ago, and I don't know if it's still available anymore, but I think it goes really well with this Gemini dress. And to add even more warmth to the outfit, I'm going to wear this dress with a pair of black tights and these black velvet ankle boots. For my accessories, I think Cabi's ring earrings and Cabi's ring necklace, also from the Cabi Spring 2024 collection, will work perfectly. Now on to the makeup. I think it's really important when choosing your eyeshadow, blush, and lipstick to put the makeup right up against your outfit to make sure the colors work well together. For today's look, I thought some of the colors in this Rimmel palette would work really nicely with this dress. And for my blush and lipstick, because it's Valentine's Day, I think this pink lipstick from Revlon called Secret Club and this blush from Fit Me in the color pink will work really well. I do think this pink blush is just a little too light for this time of year, so I'm going to warm it up a bit by mixing it with this other Fit Me blush in the color Berry. This color Berry gives you that in from the cold color to your cheeks, so I think it will bring in that little bit of warmth that I'm looking for. Now, before we get into the makeup, I want to talk to you about the primer that I use. If you have seen my channel before, you know I always use this Glow Activator primer from Joa. Unfortunately, this primer is being discontinued. Why? I have no idea. I absolutely love this primer. It is just a fantastic primer in my opinion. What I want to mention though is that this primer from Joa is actually a really good dupe for the high-end version from YSL called the Blur Primer. This primer from Joa is about $12 and the YSL version is about $50. So as you can see, there's a significant difference in the price. But I have to tell you, once this bottle is gone, I will be purchasing the higher end version from YSL if I can't find a good enough dupe in the drugstore version. That is how much I love this primer. In my opinion, if you are not starting with a good base on your skin, it doesn't matter how expensive your makeup is, you are not going to get the best result that you can get if you are not starting with a good base. I use mostly drugstore products when I'm applying my makeup and I never have a problem, and I attribute that to this primer and to the skin products that I use. So if you are interested in this product and can't get your hands on it, I will have a link to the YSL version down in the description box below if you'd like to check it out. I still have quite a lot of product left in this bottle, so I will be using this primer in the video today. Also, the good news is that you do get a lot of product in both the Joa version and the YSL version, and it lasts a really long time. I use this primer every single day, and I purchase this bottle probably no more than twice a year. Okay, so now on to the makeup. Because I always use the same products and do the same steps up into my eyeshadow application, I'm going to speed this part of the video along, just not to waste time showing those same steps again. If you want to see those steps in more detail, I will have links to some of my other videos that show those steps in more detail linked in the description box below. But for today's video, I will show you what I've used, but I'm just going to speed it along so I don't waste too much time. Okay, so as I said, the primer that I use is the Glow Activator from Joa, and I put this all over my face. I put some of it down my neck. When I have a little bit left on my hands, I just put it over my eyelids. I think this also helps with my eyeshadow application, and I just put it all over my face. Like I said, I love this primer and I cannot live without it. And while my primer is drying, and that takes about a minute to dry, I use that time to curl my eyelashes. Next, onto my foundation, I use the True Match foundation from L'Oreal in the color True Beige, and I apply it with these big dense brushes. I don't know exactly what they're called, but I will have links to all the products and the brushes that I'm using in the description box below. I love these brushes. I love the finish that I get with them. They go on real smooth. I take the foundation up around over my ears, down by my jawline, just make sure that I don't have any lines showing, and I just think these give such a great finish, and I love the L'Oreal foundation as well. The next product I always use is the Age Rewind Eraser from Maybelline, and I use this in the color medium, and I also put this on with one of these denser brushes, just a smaller version. I put this all over my eyelids. I use this as a primer. I do not use an eyelid primer. I put it all around my nose, my mouth, under my eyes, and just anywhere that I feel I need a little extra coverage, and then I again blend it in with this smaller version of this dense brush. The next product I always use is this setting powder from Kat Von D. This is a great translucent powder. This is a higher end version powder. It's not drugstore, but this is one product that I do really like a lot. I think it does what it says. It just locks everything in place. Everything stays in place all day, and I think this is a fantastic powder. Next, onto my bronzer, and for that I use the bronzer from e.l.f. in the color Forever Sun-Kissed, and I put this on with a bronzing brush also from e.l.f. and I just put this right underneath my cheekbones. I put it all around my forehead, down my jawline. I pull it down my neck, and I like to sweep what's left on the brush across my nose. I just think that gives that nice sun-kissed look, and it just gives your face some nice warmth. Next, onto my eyebrows, I always use this eyebrow pencil from e.l.f. in the color Deep Brown, and I basically use this just to fill in my brows. I have pretty decent brows. I just have a lot of grays in there, so I basically use this pencil to sort of color everything in, and then I use the spoolie on the other end to brush everything through. After I have done that step with my brows, I finish it off with the Wow Brow, also from e.l.f. in the color Deep Brown, and I just brush that over my brows, and it just sort of fills them in a little bit deeper, and it keeps everything in place. Okay, now onto the eyes. One thing I always do, if you have seen my channel before, is to use the Neutrogena pencil in the color Spice Chocolate on the bottom lash line of my eye. As I've said in previous videos, you do not have to do this step. This is the step that I do. I think it works really well for my eye shape. You do not have to go all the way across the way I do. I start over here, and then I work it down all the way across. But if you have smaller eyes or more deep set eyes, maybe just going halfway across, or if you're lighter colored than I am, you may want to use like a taupe or a pewter or something just a little bit lighter, so it's not so obvious. But for me, I think this pencil works really well. It just frames my eye without closing my eye in. And same on this side. Now, as I said earlier, I'm going to use this palette from Rimmel, and I am going to start with this color here as my transition shade. And I start applying that in the outer socket of my eye, like right here. If you pushed, that's where I would be starting, and work that all up towards my brow and sweep it across my crease. And again, I'm starting right here and moving that across, blending up over my brow bone and above the crease. This is just going to give a nice wash of color to my lids. Excuse my voice today. I have a slight cold going on, so I apologize if I'm a little raspy. The next color that I'm going to use that I think works really well with this dress is this color right here. This is a little bit of a deep, it's not a red, it's a little bit of a plum color, I guess. And I'm going to start applying that on near the lower lash line and in the outer V. And I just think these colors are going to look so pretty and work really well with this Gemini dress from Cabi. By the way, if you like this dress and want more information about this dress, I will have a link down below in the description box to my website for you to click on so that you can get more information, and it will take you right to my website. Also, I will be posting some videos soon showing all the items from the Cabi 2024 spring collection, but if you'd like to get a head start, I will have another link down below also that will bring you right to the full collection. Okay, so moving on. I am putting this pretty plum color in the outer corner, like I said, and I'm pulling up what's left on the brush and pulling down a little bit under my eye, just to tie that all in together. And then taking what's left on the brush, I'm doing a little bit of a windshield washer motion right here in the crease and a little bit above the crease. And for this step, I am using e.l.f.'s smudge brush, and for the transition shade, I was using the Wet n Wild blending brush. And again, I'll have everything linked in the description box below if you want to check them out. Okay, let's go to the other side. Like that. Okay, then going back to the blending brush that I was using, I'm just going to soften all around my edges here. Just soften that all out. Next, I'm going to use this color on the end, and I'm going to use that for under my brow and on my inner corner. So I'm going to place that under my brow. And for this step, I am using this pencil brush, also from e.l.f. I think it's called a pencil brush. That's what I call it, or a bullet brush. I'm not sure exactly what the name of it is, but it looks like a pencil to me, so that's what I call it. Okay, so what I'm doing here now is I am just bringing these two colors together. So I'm starting in the inner corner and pulling it all the way over to that darker color. And I always like to put a little bit of this in the tear duct, just to brighten up that inner corner a little bit. Same on this side. And bring that all the way over where it meets that darker color. Like that. Going back to the Wet n Wild brush, the blending brush, again, I'm just going to soften just on that outer area where those two colors meet. Just lightly. Okay, so to deepen up my corners just a little bit, I am going to use this black eyeshadow down here in the corner from the Revolution palette in the color Velvet Rose. You can use any black eyeshadow for this. It certainly doesn't have to be from this palette, but this is the color that I'm going to use. And I'm just going to tap with this very thin liner brush right on the top and dab off any excess. And then I'm just going to follow just the outer part of my eye. Just lightly tap it, just to bring in a little bit of depth to that corner, like that. And I'm going about the size of this brush is about as far as I'm coming down on the bottom, and going in just a little bit further than that on the top. And you see how it just gives a little bit of a nice depth to that outer corner. We're going to do the same on this side, and just start tapping and following right along that lash line. Now, you don't really want to see where you started this eyeshadow. So what I also like to do is see how you're using it this way. I like to turn it around and then use this higher part and lightly just go across, and it will soften. It'll just soften that a little bit right there so that you don't see exactly where you started. Like that. Now another little thing that I like to do to bring a little bit of lift to my eye is I will use the same eyeshadow and the same brush. And what I'm going to do is right here in the corner, I'm going to, apply more eyeshadow onto my brush. And then I'm going to lightly press, just like that. And what that does is it's going to bring just a little bit of lift to the corner of my eye. And the same on this side. And that's all it is. It's just a very light press of the eyeshadow just to give you a little bit of a line, and it just sort of brings everything up. I think that's a great tip for lifting your eyes. Okay, next on to tight lining, and for that I always use my Neutrogena pencil in the color black, and I will tight line the upper lashes. Whoops, I picked up the wrong one. This is brown. I want the black one. And I use this on the upper lashes. I think these are great pencils for tight lining. I find that they stay in place, they don't smudge. I don't have any irritation with them against my eyes. Whoops, no. Now I just made a little oopsie right there where it went a little bit in too far. So I'm going to take that brush that had that same eyeshadow on it and just work that out. Like that. Do the other side. And this is going right on your upper lash line. You're really not putting it in the water line, you're putting it in the lash line. And just let the pencil do the work and glide it right across your lid. Okay, so for now I am going to skip my mascara and I am moving on to my blush. I did a swatch on my arm where I show you the pink color by itself and the berry color by itself, and then the two of them mixed together, just so you can see the difference of what I'm going to get for the effect that I'm looking for. So I'm going to put my brush first into the pink color, and then lightly dab it into the berry, and then hit the back of my hand so that I don't get too much and start applying. Always start out lighter and then you can build up, but you don't ever want to go on directly to your cheek because you could get too much. And I think that's a very pretty color. It's not too dark, it's not too light. It's just giving me that warmth that I'm looking for. I think that gives me the perfect color that I am looking for. Now moving on to my highlighter, and for that I am using the Wet n Wild highlighter in the color Blossom, and I think this is going to work really pretty with this look. This goes on pretty strong, so I'm just gonna do a quick little light sweep right here. Not doing too much, because I don't want it to be too strong, but I think it's just really pretty just to bring in a little bit of lift again to my face. Moving on to the lipstick. I showed you earlier that I am using the lipstick from Revlon called Secret Club. And the lip liner that I'm going to use is from NYX in the color called Whipped Caviar. Always start applying just a little bit lower on the bottom. And then I follow the natural shape of my lip. By putting it a little bit lower, you'll get a fuller look to your lips, and the same on the top. I'm just gonna overline just a little where the Cupid's bow is. Did I say bowl? I meant bow. And then follow the natural shape of my lip for the rest of it. And then I'll top that off with the Secret Club from Revlon. I think this color works really well with this dress. Okay, now on to mascara. Most likely for me, I would be wearing this outfit in the evening. So because of that, I'm going to use my Lash Paradise mascara that I like to use in the evenings because it's a heavier mascara and it gives my eyes a little bit more depth. During the day, I like to use lighter mascaras, but for evening, I like to use the Lash Paradise in black. And I also like to put a little bit of mascara in the lower outer corner of my lashes. I don't put mascara on the bottom lashes, but just on the outer corner because I feel it opens your eye without pulling it down. Same on the side. I think I'll put on a second coat just on the outer corner. Just to deepen those outer corners just a little bit. Like that. And I do not use false eyelashes, so this is where I would stop with the eyes. So here is the final look. Like I said earlier, do something special for yourself this Valentine's Day, whether you're celebrating with someone or not. Make your favorite meal, watch your favorite movie, or just sit down and eat a whole box of chocolates if that's what makes you happy. However you choose to spend it, I wish you all a happy Valentine's Day. And until next time, always remember, keep it classy, keep it stylish, and always be your best self. Bye.